Alright, I'm going to hit record.
No, wait, let me get...
Recording now.
Where the hell's Audacity? There we go. Cha-cha-cha, record. There we
I
go.
am hijacking, and now I am recording. Well, maybe. Hang on a sec.
Whew.
There we go. Now I'm recording.
Alright, Ben.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Let's do a clap. 3, 2, 1. Perfect.
That was lovely.
That was fairly good.
Literally.
Yeah.
Fairly good. Hello and welcome to episode 439 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, April 7th, 2015. I'm your host, Chris Johnston. With me from California is some guy who thinks that being a half hour late is A-okay. Mr.
The passive-aggressive intros begin.
Mr. Filthy Evolved.
You know,
And joining us from Canada,
I told you that I was going to be late, and you should go ahead and start without me.
the very first person to join
We
the
don't.
hangout this evening, Mr. Greg Stewart.
Rather sit around and bitch.
Hello.
It's all this negativity here.
Disappointing.
Come on,
See,
this is a podcast of love.
This is what, CJ, your pissy little attitude is exactly what's driving Kevin Larrabee away.
No,
Yes.
come back.
There. Kevin Larrabee would have been here early on 5 minutes' notice.
That's true.
Yeah, but he cares about the show.
And there it is.
There it is.
Ouch.
How you guys doing? How's your Easter?
Great.
Chocolatey.
Yeah.
Chocolatey?
Yeah. Got a chocolate
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
What about any Easter bunnies?
I got it. Yeah. Man,
The
we
bunnies
got
aren't the reason for the season.
No.
maybe not in the Stewart household.
Got to have your Choco Jesus.
Hey, so, let's...
The old household, it's the peeps. Yes.
Why has Easter become Christmas too? What's up with that?
Oh yeah, we got a
You
tweet
guys-
from Hacker Alias Levity NYC.
Right. And when you guys were little, what did you get for Easter? CJ? What did little CJ get for Easter?
Some candy and usually one present.
Really?
Yeah.
Phil? What did littler Phil get for Easter?
2 or 3 NES games. Not the usual 6 or 7 that I got at Christmas. So yeah, definitely it was.
But they were all anticipation.
Oh, don't remind me. No, we did not have these crazy Christmas. In fact, the Theobald household, we don't have crazy presents.
No.
Finn got a little Duplo set and a couple of Hot Wheels cars.
Yeah. Did you do an Easter egg hunt?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yes, we did with the neighbor kids.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, when I was a kid, all we got was some candy and generally like a new suit or something for church. Something to wear to church.
If you were lucky, you didn't get a smack that day.
Yep. No beatings that day.
I know how
Probably
that goes.
probably a blue velvet clip-on bow tie to go with my
Nice.
eggshell.
And you mean it had like an image from the movie
Well, yeah, what else would I mean?
screened onto it, right?
Yeah.
It's like a big
Well, I mean, it wasn't tacky.
Dennis Hopper face looking at you from your little 7-year-old neck.
Man, I found my primary grade class picture last week.
Yeah?
Man, were those some big collars. That was 1981, and they weren't gone.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait a second. How old were you in these?
I would have been 6.
Holy cats. Now, because I'm imagining you had hair at that point.
I did.
I have never seen you with hair.
Really?
I don't think I have. I don't think I've ever seen a picture of you.
I thought I saw a driver's license where you had hair. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I used to carry
seen
my
something.
my old college ID with me just to show people that I did have hair once.
That's right. Your college ID.
That's probably what you saw.
Maybe I did. Maybe I saw it years ago.
That's the first thing you do when you meet somebody. You show
Yeah.
them college
This is what I
ID.
used to look like.
Yeah.
I should go find that. I wonder if I still have that in my wallet.
Don't get used to this.
Yeah. This is what you could have had.
That's right.
Had you met me 10 years earlier.
So I
Yeah.
wanted to start off talking about Bloodborne this time.
Okay.
See if you guys have played anymore.
Yeah, I played about another hour and a half.
Yeah.
A little
Had
bit.
a really good run going the second time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Where did you get to?
The second
what's
boss.
your progress?
And then he just
Second boss.
moidalized me.
Yeah.
I made another go. I made another go at the first boss and got killed, and that's still where I am.
You know, Phil, you've got to stream while you're doing that.
You really do.
And I'm
That's
only
probably
saying this
a good
because it makes all the difference in the world. That streaming and having the chat channel
Yeah.
makes that game more enjoyable.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, I usually have about 10 people there, and most of them are playing Bloodborne, and of course they're all ahead of me.
Right.
So you get like tips and you
Tricks.
get like no
And
tricks,
Pro
just
tips.
Hmm.
tips and expert gamers.
Ah.
And just sort of people pushing you to keep playing and do better, helping you do better, giving you some tips on boss battles and stuff. It totally keeps me going. Like if I'm getting frustrated in that game, people will give you like a hint or something like that, and it's okay, I'll try that next time. And
Please try harder.
yes,
Yes.
winners don't use drugs, stuff like that.
This is
Right.
the vigor of youth.
Or hold down the circle button to slide down that ladder.
Do not
walking
miss
down.
prize score.
Did you not know that?
I did not know
That's
that.
what I said.
I figured that out right away. That's
the first thing they tell you.
No,
That's-
you said that was you. Before we started recording, you said that you knew that circle was running. You
I
did
thought you
not
said
know.
circle was run. I wasn't really listening to you, CJ.
Whenever it's like the
was
first
sliding
thing I
number.
do when I encounter a ladder in a video game is figure out if there's a quicker way up or down it.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I just like repeatedly jump to climb it faster? Can I slide or jump down from it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got no time for ladders.
Like the old days when you get the first frame of the climbing animation in Mega Man, and then you hit jump, so you drop down the ladder instead.
Hell yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
That's how you cut your time.
But
Speed
no,
run.
Yeah.
I was getting kind of in a rhythm the last time I played. I'm starting to get I'm starting to get used to the parry maneuver and
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
whatever that is, that like big nasty stab you do that kills almost everything immediately.
Now this is
Or at
the
least takes off
Walter
half the energy.
or
Hmm.
William, the refrigerator parry, right?
No.
William, the refrigerator parry move.
No, this is the sweetness move.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
This is the punky QB maneuver.
You know sports.
I do. I'm a big sports guy. Hey, today's the first day of baseball season. So
Cubbies win
I think the Cubbies are going to go all the way this year.
all the way to the end of the season.
All the way to Wrigley Field, where they play. And I'm sure they'll have fun. And it's
Yeah.
not whether you win or lose. It's all about sportsmanship.
Uh-huh.
It's how you play the game.
It's not whether you win or lose; it's how little you lose by.
Fine, friendly competition.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they'll get one of those park dogs.
Maybe they'll make it to the Final Four. You know.
Let's hope.
There is March Madness coming up in 12 months.
And you know what? When they lose, they're pretty close to the Metro. Maybe they can go see a show.
There you go.
I'm going to go see a Blue Jays game at the end of July, and I hope to God the Cubs are playing.
Why is that?
Wow, because we'll have so much to talk about. I mean, you're a big fan and everything. I know you follow them all.
I used to live in
Season,
Chicago
season, season, or
too.
whatever.
Yeah. So I'm ahead of you guys. I'm in the Unseen Village.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, that's clearly inaccurate.
That's what it's called, though.
No, it's not
Well,
seen
it-
to us.
It
Yeah,
was,
unseen to you because you're not skilled enough to get there.
but it's not. But it's not unseen to you.
That's right.
So
I don't know.
What are we doing here
But
then?
I have defeated the third boss.
Look at you.
And onwards towards number 4 at some point.
How many bosses are in this game?
I don't know.
Dozen.
But if some of the talk I've been watching on Twitter is any indication, we're still at the beginning of the game.
Oh yeah. Well, I know I am.
We got well, yeah.
No doubt
All
there.
of us. All of us are.
Phil sold it last week. You know that, right?
I figured. That's why he's not streaming because it doesn't have
I can go get it right now if you'd really need me to prove that I still have it.
Nothing.
That's okay.
Just give me.
We know you can photocopy the cover.
Give me like half an hour.
I'll show you. I will show you the disc. Yeah, give me like 45 minutes, okay?
Gotta print out.
Target's still open.
Yeah.
I will be right back.
No, you won't.
No.
But I'm still really enjoying it.
It's a fun game, but man, I suck at it.
I suck at it too, but I agree with Seward. It's a lot more fun to stream it.
I'll have to try that.
On it.
It is, and I feel like I'm really making progress when I play it too. Like not necessarily progress through the game, but as far as playstyle goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like in the space of like 3 hours, I've made a lot of progress.
Well, I think also, like when I've been playing. After the third boss, I hit kind of a wall where I wasn't sure where to go. I went back to a previous area and just wandered around a bit and found a path I had not gone in. So did that.
A road less
traveled. Yeah.
A road not taken.
Yes.
So that's exciting. And this week's 8-4 play has a great 90 minutes on Bloodborne.
Oh, jeez.
Lord.
Yeah. It's good. It's good talk, and they're about at the point that we are, except for JJ, who's much further. But yeah, no spoilers in there, so you can listen to it if you're a beginner on that. They got some good.
Phil,
yes.
Just saying you should listen to that.
So
you know what? I'm not a big fan of Mark McDonald, so
well, you got to power through that. The other people on that show are really great.
Mark is lovely. Mark's a lovely guy.
Mark made fun of me over Fast and Furious this week, so I haven't forgiven him yet.
Hey, I'm gonna be watching those. You may have seen me mention that.
We're both gonna be watching live stream it.
I'm gonna sit down and watch those.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what that. You know what? I'll do that. I'll get the PS4 camera and just prop it up so it's pointing at my TV and illegally broadcast.
Sure. So now you're thinking.
No. I will. Every now and again, I'll say, "Oh yeah, that's cool," and I believe that technically counts as that's for use. Yeah, that's commentary. That's commentary. Right. You can stream an entire broadcast of something, and
unless Nintendo owns a stake in those movies, I don't know.
I don't know if they do.
Yeah.
So I think I'll be safe.
All right, should we do some news real quick?
I thought we just did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Halo 5. Everyone's favorite.
And the only AAA game that's actually going to make it out this year.
Well, they've already announced the release date, so that means
that's what I mean. Yeah.
Coming out. Yeah, October 27th. The commercials for it have already begun. They have like a live action. They have 2 live action commercials.
You went a little Yoda for a second there. The commercials have already begun. They have.
I was confirming.
Oh, okay. I thought.
I wasn't Yoda-ing out.
I thought maybe you were. Because you know what, CJ?
Yeah?
Yoda man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Too good.
Yeah. And April the 6th be with everyone.
Line up now because you got to pre-order a copy. You're not gonna be able to get it if you don't pre-order.
Is this one of those amiibos? Is that what this is?
Amiibo?
No.
Is this one of those shulks that the kids are wanting these days?
When's Pac-Man coming out?
Is this a NES?
That is in Wave 4,
which was announced
soon.
Pretty soon, right?
Nintendo Direct last week. Which, by the way, I want to mention that myself and Alex Kulafi totally called the date of the Nintendo Direct.
I called it.
No, you didn't.
When I called a date that doesn't exist.
I think you and like 3/4 of the internet called that, didn't they?
Did they?
Yeah, that seemed to be what was going around.
But we called it like a week before it happened, so I think that makes
What'd you think?
Trendsetters.
What'd you think of that that little Nintendo Direct?
There were some interesting announcements. I
had a good nap during some of it.
I like what they're doing with Amiibo, where they've got like the yarn.
Not letting anyone buy them.
Well,
yarn Yoshi.
I meant the different forms of Amiibo they're doing.
I don't know.
The cards.
The cards. Yeah. I think it's interesting. Not that I'm going to get into the Animal Crossing card thing, because let's face it, if you've seen my house in Animal Crossing, you know that I cannot design a decent home. So
I can see your home.
Yeah, you can see.
There's kind of proof right behind you there.
Proof right there.
It's so obvious that this is the only room your wife has no hand in.
I mean, CJ's been broadcasting from the kitchen this whole time, so.
Yeah. Oh my god!
If you want to see some odd design choices there.
This is actually a blue screen behind me. This is a painting.
Oh, okay.
A bookshelf.
Matte painting.
That's right.
Close your drawer. You got a drawer like.
Yeah, seriously. That drives me nuts. My wife does that all the time.
I'm not gonna close it. Not gonna.
Okay. That's fine.
All right.
All I can see is that drawer now.
That's fine.
And they're doing the cards. Yeah, they're doing the Yarn Yoshi thing. They're doing Splatoon amiibos as well.
Yeah.
They look kind of cool.
They do.
Yeah. With one Splatoon amiibo. It's like
you got to buy it in a 3-pack to get that.
Half the words in that sentence made sense. Splatoon amiibo. That.
Yeah. Well, you don't like the title Splatoon?
This is not just nonsense words. I just realized, just for a moment, I had a flash. Like, boy, this industry is really fucking stupid, because Splatoon amiibo is something that you say normally, and people are like, "Yeah, I understand that." But yeah, you have to buy the 3-pack.
How many years ago was it? We were talking about the Dreamcast. Yeah,
but at least that is like a actual compound word, you know? The hell is a
nonsense
Splatoon?
Words? Nonsense words have done very well for Nintendo.
What the hell is an amiibo, you know?
Wee!
There you go.
At least that's a friggin' homophone.
Uh-huh.
Hey, listen, there's no place for that on this show.
What?
We're not about the hate.
Listen, if you
don't call CJ that word again.
We don't. We're not going to serve any cake to people who listen to the Player One podcast.
All right, so some of the other announcements. Nintendo 64 and DS games are now on the Wii U Virtual Console.
They are.
We are getting a Mario Kart 8 update, which introduces 200cc mode.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very cool. The Mario Kart updates are awesome.
The Animal Crossing DLC is not coming in May anymore. It's coming in April.
Awesome.
Fatal Frame is coming to the West.
Looks cool.
Mario Maker for the Mario 30th anniversary.
Yes.
That looks really cool, actually.
Yes, it does.
Some of the screenshots that came out after, you can basically make an entire Mario game.
But why would you?
Because
you can just go buy an entire Mario game, and they're better than what you're going to make.
I'm going to remake World 1-1
exactly.
perfectly.
You and a million other people.
But imagine how it will look in Mario World graphics.
Whoa! I'm looking forward to seeing what people make out of that. So that'll be fun.
No, I'm pretty excited about that game.
Coming in September. So.
Hey, CJ. How about those new Street Pass games?
You know what?
Don't give me that. You're going to buy them, and you're going to love them.
I'm going to buy them, yes.
Yep.
But
yes,
do I want the fishing game?
Fishing game is going to be great.
No,
fishing
game. Want that.
How do you people not like fishing games?
You know what the problem is?
Fishing games are fun.
When I saw that, the problem for me was it looks like something that's going to take a long time to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not down with that. For Street Pass games, I want something. I get my Street Pass, I go in like,
give me my puzzle piece, I'm out.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the zombie one looks cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just like fishing games. I can
do with that.
So I'm all for a little fishing game.
And okay, so they're doing a freemium Pokemon Rumble game.
Yeah, which comes out like that's this week, right?
I believe you're right.
I'm stoked. I love me some Pokemon Rumble.
Yep.
What is Pokemon Rumble? What is Pokemon Rumble? Can you tell me? I don't know what it is. Like, what is that franchise? What do you do? Is it just a fighting game? Or?
It's Dynasty Warriors with Pokemon.
It's pretty much just Dynasty Warriors. It's a very simplified Dynasty Warriors with Pokemon. Shut up.
It's a simplified Dynasty Warriors.
Shut up.
That's a phrase I never thought I would hear uttered.
Shut up.
I think we have a show title.
XXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXX
two attacks.
Well,
you have two attacks. Right. Don't give me that. You have 2 attack buttons.
Speaking of attack,
it up until you said that.
Attack on Titan coming to 3DS.
Oh, yeah.
eShop exclusive.
It's only on the eShop?
Only on the eShop.
Interesting.
Yeah. The new Street Pass stuff, which is cool.
That's that
mode.
That's that Japanimation with them large fellas, right?
Yes. That is what Attack on Titan is.
The attack the Titans.
Remember the Titans?
That's not Japanimation with them large fellas. Sorry, I amused myself.
Yeah.
So I don't understand this freemium thing.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
I was gonna say the premium mode for the Street Pass.
Premium. I said freemium. I meant premium.
Yeah.
I'm so used to.
You pay $5 extra or whatever, however much it is, and you get to see people's birthdays. Big deal.
Is that it? There has to be more than that.
I would think there's more. I would hope.
They didn't really say anything else more, though.
They talked about birthdays, and then you can save like up to 100 Miis in your Mi Plaza or whatever. Which who cares?
Who
cares about that?
How many?
Yeah,
how many versions of Hitler do I need? Because that's all anyone makes.
There you go. And then there was some Smash Brothers stuff, but who really cares about Smash Brothers?
What's Mewtwo that's coming?
Well, the Mewtwo DLC is coming.
And Lucas.
Lucas,
right. Which
it's like poetry. It rhymes.
I thought it would be fantastic if Nintendo had used their April 1st Direct to announce that Mother 3 was coming in English. And when they started off with that Lucas news, I was like, oh my god, maybe they're actually gonna do something like that. But no.
Speaking of RPGs that have been translated to English, the fan translation patch for Dragon Force 2.
I saw that.
So you can now play Shining Force 3 chapters 1, 2, and 3, and Dragon Force 2 in English on your Saturn.
Wow,
that's pretty great.
That's pretty awesome.
So do you got to hack your Saturn somehow so it can play bootleg discs?
You need some way to do that on your Saturn.
Okay.
Or if you want to run an emulator, you can do that too.
Oh, okay.
They have Saturn emulators for.
Yep. There's
are they
SSF? I think it's called. Apparently, it's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Does it play the commercial discs?
I believe so. I don't know. I've never really messed around with it because I've never tried patching a disc or anything. So
there's a Sega CD emulator that plays the legit discs, right?
Yeah, the Kega Fusion.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. That would be cool if the Saturn one does that as well, because I have a whole bunch of Saturn games, man.
I might start messing around with. Excuse me. I might start messing around with it. Because of those patches, but also all I have the Saturn memory is kind of wonky.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna play an RPG, I don't really want to rely on that battery or the RAM backup card, which if you have a bad connection with that thing, it will wipe your cartridge. So
Oh yeah.
Tell that to my now non-existent Panzer Dragoon Saga game save.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Huh.
Man, if I could bust out my Saga and play through it on the computer,
You can.
Yeah, all about
I would
that.
look into it. It's a Windows only thing.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's called SSF.
Okay.
So,
South San
Quantum
Francisco. That's not right.
Quantum Break delayed to 2016.
Along with everything else but Halo 5.
Except in so in Microsoft's announcement, they sort of play up that the fall is so crowded with games that
except everything's been delayed till 2007.
Yeah.
No, I think they're right. I mean, it's going to be a big. They're gonna push that as a big AAA game, and they don't want it. They don't want it eating into the Halo fervor, and they don't want it to get buried in the Halo fervor either. So
sure, I'm actually kind of surprised that Halo is October 27th, so close to the Call of Duty and franchise games that come out in November. Because there's a halfway decent chance that that the multiplayer population won't flock to Halo if they have these other games coming out around the same time
first.
Yeah, but will it be enough time? Because that's only like a week or two before Call of Duty traditionally comes out. So
I don't know.
Yeah, Quantum Break 2016. Apparently they're filming some of that in Atlanta. I think I mentioned that before.
Should go photobomb that bad boy.
Yeah.
Totally. So Sony has bought the pieces of OnLive. Remember OnLive?
Only to shut it down.
Only to take the patents.
So is OnLive still a thing at this point? Were they still...
I don't think so.
Chugging along? Or
they may have been chugging along, but not anymore. I don't know if anything new was popping up on that service either.
Yeah, I mean, I saw people sort of outraged about that, and I mean, I understand the thinking behind that, but at the same time, was it really serious competition?
No.
I don't know.
No. But, hey, if I think you guys did, you bought a Vita before July 2012?
Yep.
And you live in the U.S., which, sorry, Greg.
I do not.
Jerks. You
That's your first mistake.
To a $25 credit.
Yeah.
Oh, was there some kind of class action?
Yes. I am not exactly sure what it was about.
I believe, and this is me really just kind of going after the basics of the case, but I think what it comes down to is the Vita has no games.
So here's $25 that I didn't live in the U.S. This is the type of thing that makes me happy I don't live in the U.S. Be right back.
Oh, all right then.
It was over misleading PlayStation Vita ads.
Okay.
So
which Sony did not admit fault in that, but they're still giving you $25.
Yeah, that's basically the shut up. We're tired of dealing with you.
Yeah, I signed up for my PSN credit.
Oh yeah?
You can either get a check, you can get a PSN credit, or you can get some free games, which are Vita titles you probably already have.
Right.
Instant game collection. So I took the credit.
Is this like a website you have to go sign up for?
It is a website, yes.
Okay.
I got an announcement in my email about it.
Is it Vita Claims?
That's the one.
VitaClaims.com.
That's right.
Excellent. I'm gonna get me some
money.
Credit. Merchandise voucher with a retail value of $50 or more.
And it tells you to input your PSN name, but
really?
But not actually your name, your email address that is tied to your screen name.
Right.
On the PlayStation's network.
Okay.
All right. Should we talk about what we've been playing other than Bloodborne?
Reason not to.
Okay. Phil, you want to tell us about Box Boy, which was also part of Nintendo Direct?
Wait, you got to mail this in?
No.
No?
I didn't have to.
Oh, okay. Well, I have to explore this website a little more thoroughly then. Crazy. So Box Boy is a new Nintendo game for the 3DS. It's an eShop game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a puzzle platformer with a unique art style.
Sweet, I love those.
So that is pretty cool. It is... Who's it by? I forget who is behind the game, but one of the... Some person of note at Nintendo is behind that game.
Okay.
But...
So it's Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yeah, no, it's...
Let's just go with that. We have a chance of being right.
Hal... you know what? It's Hal made it. So.
Hal Laboratories.
Who's Hal? I've never heard of him.
Hal...
You remember Herb? You remember Herb who showed up at Burger King? It's
yeah.
That guy.
No.
I didn't know they called him Hal.
Yeah.
No, I was clearly talking about Hal Linden. You may recall from his TV's Barney Miller.
I thought you were talking about Shallow Hal.
No, I'm talking about.
No, that was
Hal Linden.
Oh, okay.
That was that's a Family Guy caliber reference right there. Yeah, it's like that time when Hal Linden made a Nintendo game. Yeah.
Look at that.
What's it? Is that you with hair?
No, that's my daughter. Found this picture.
You've got such luscious curls there, Greg.
I was adorable.
Yeah, it's you are a little box with legs. It's a very simple art style, just black and white line drawing type things. And as a little block dude, you can generate other blocks out of yourself, and the number of blocks you can generate varies level by level. And you need to basically create platforms and steps out of yourself in order to cross chasms and other obstacles.
I think you mean chasms.
No, I mean, I don't know. Something funny. Something clever there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fun little puzzle game. So glad I picked it up. I'm only a few levels into it so far, but it's very cute. You know what? I didn't put this on the form just because I haven't had a chance to play the games that much, but I just I took advantage of the new systems on Virtual Console.
Oh yeah?
All yes. Right. Yeah, I did because I already have I had Super Mario 64 on the Wii, so I had to spend what was it, $2 I think, to upgrade it. So I did that. And then I was very curious about the 3DS games on the Wii U. Games. What did I say? 3DS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
The DS games. So I picked up Yoshi's Island DS as well.
All right.
Which as a game is, but I was curious to see how it is. It's really weird. Playing that game because some games are going to work better than others for this. Yeah, because there are plenty of games where you can sort of disregard the bottom screen. You can have the bottom screen on your gamepad and it's fine. Something like Yoshi's Island kind of uses both screens. It's a vertical playing field, so you kind of have to be constantly aware of both screens just because enemies are flying in and whatnot. And none of the options work really well for that. There's a mode where it actually shows the DS on the screen.
Okay.
Like it actually has a photograph of a DS system. Yeah, both screens. It looks like there's a picture of a DS on your screen, and then you have the tiny little windows that you're playing with. So
that's not in 1080p. No.
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense, I guess, but you're sitting there looking at this very large TV at these teeny little boxes in the center of it, and it just doesn't.
Did you partake in the gamepad tate mode where you turn the system, or you turn?
I don't believe that option is given.
Not in that one, because didn't they show that off in?
They do, but apparently that's just going to be for games that just use the touch screen.
Oh, okay.
Or what is it? I think the Yoshi, the Touch and Go, Yoshi Touch and Go, which is a tilt control game.
Oh, right.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That's coming out, I believe, next week.
Okay.
So you can probably play it on there with the sensor.
Where is Metroid Zero Mission in all this? Like, that's the virtual console game that I want.
Metroid Zero Mission?
Yeah.
The Game Boy game?
Yeah.
The GBA game?
GBA game.
I don't.
Because Japan got it, and I think Europe got it too.
Did they really? Where's ours?
The US?
Where's ours?
Exactly.
And burn it?
Didn't we get Zero Mission as the...
No. Fusion.
Oh, it was Fusion. Okay.
Yeah, Fusion, yeah.
That's too bad, because Zero Mission is awesome.
Yeah, really. Yeah. The mode that I was ended up sort of settling on, because they also have the one where it's the bottom screen on your pad and the top screen on your TV.
Yeah.
And playing a game like Yoshi with that, it just doesn't work. But the one I ended up settling on is the bottom screen, which in Yoshi, that's where Yoshi is the whole game. So it's the main screen. You have the bottom screen fairly large on your TV, and then sort of up in the corner, almost like a channel-in-channel type thing, there's a smaller version of the top screen.
I saw a flash of that layout in the Direct.
Yeah, and that seems to be the one that's working the best for me, but even still, it's like, because the screens are not oriented on top of each other, it's like, okay, I'm looking over to the left and I see an enemy coming down at me, so I need to just quickly remember, okay, if he's coming at this direction, he's going to be coming, you can't follow the screen down to get his path. You have to just kind of eyeball it.
Right.
Which, in a game like Yoshi, where a lot of it sort of revolves around shooting eggs with precision up at the second screen. So.
Right.
All right.
I don't know. I don't know if that was the best choice for the launch day game.
Yeah.
For a couple of reasons. So, whatever.
All right.
Whatever. I'll pick up EBA when it doesn't come out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Greg.
Yo.
You've been playing Pokemon Shuffle? What?
I have.
What?
I've been playing Pokemon Shuffle. Pokemon Shuffle's fantastic.
I don't know why I turned it on the other day, just because I was sort of looking around my library, and it's like, I haven't really tried that. I'll give that a shot. And I haven't really been able to put it down since.
Oh my.
Have you been spending money on it?
No, God, no.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
It's a pretty generous game, though. I mean,
it really is.
You get an awful lot just for, not playing for half an hour. So,
yeah,
I mean, especially when you, a lot of features are unlocked in that, like the EX stages and the special events if you check in online, plus you get extra coins if you check in online, and
so
and you're doing this?
Yeah.
I've been doing it too.
What podcast have I walked in on?
I don't know. I'm not proud of myself. But yeah, so because it's just it kind of, the way it's set up, it's actually kind of works perfectly for my life, because I can play my 5 credits and sort of noodle around with it a little bit, and then by the time I'm out of those 5 hearts, I usually have to put the thing down anyway.
Yeah.
And, go do dad stuff or So then when I have another 5 minutes later on, I pick it back up, and it's been well past the half hour that I needed to wait for 5 more credits.
There you go.
Yeah,
I've done a bunch of street passing with that game, and I have like 8 or 9 lives at the moment.
Nice.
Or hearts or whatever.
I mean, it's it's a fun little game. It's just a I don't know what it's based on. If there's any other game that's just
Candy
like
Crush.
Is it pretty much Candy? It's pretty much Candy Crush.
So I feel way less dirty playing the Pokemon version of that than playing Candy Crush.
Well, you know what?
The same or similar mechanics.
You know what? I will say this because I tried Candy Crush. I played through a couple dozen stages of Candy Crush. Candy Crush is very clearly programmed, so that you are forced to lose at some point.
Or you hit a paywall where they
really?
encourage you to spend money. And it may take you days or weeks to get past a stage.
Yeah,
there are stuck.
There are clearly times when that game is designed to cheat.
Sure.
And make itself impossible to beat a stage, so that
See, the closest thing I've seen to that in Pokemon is, every now and then you'll get a Pokemon that's just really, really hard to catch.
Right.
Like, beating them is easy enough. Well, not easy, but, you can
But the actual capture,
The capture's ridiculous. It's like, you have nine turns left and everything, and you're still only at like 33%.
But then you always get the secondary chance you can spend some of your coins.
Yeah.
And, you get free coins pretty regularly, so...
Yep. I still can't believe we're talking about this. It's a thing you've actually been playing, Greg.
I can't believe...
I really can't.
I can't believe CJ's not playing it.
I am playing it.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not playing it as much as you guys are, apparently.
I'm playing it right now. What do you think about that?
That's pretty good.
Got my 500 coins for checking in.
Wow. What else have you been playing, Greg?
Played through both of the 360 and the Xbox One versions of the Fast and Furious Forza Horizon 2 demos.
What? Aren't they the same?
Nope, they're different.
What? They are?
Well, they're different games, right? Because, the Xbox One version was done by Playground, who did the original Forza Horizon on the 360. And the 360 version is done by Sumo Digital, among other groups. There's a bunch of groups in the credits.
Okay.
They're generally, they use the same map. They're generally the same kind of game, but it's kind of interesting because, like, the Xbox One version is pretty much open. So, like, if you have an area you have to get to, if you want, you can try to drive cross country to get there. You might, there might be a mountain in the way or something. But with the 360 version, it can't really do that, so you're kind of more confined to specific paths. I played through the 360 version, and the missions are actually different. There's some similar ones, but they're different. You're still collecting the same 10 cars, and there are a few races that are the same, but otherwise there's like drag racing in the 360 version that is not in the Xbox One version, and little things like that. I finished playing through that tonight. That's the reason I was late, CJ.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool.
Today, but I have not played it.
Yeah, and I was saying to you, it's a good 2.5 to 3 hours worth of content.
That's pretty great.
360, and I think it's even more on the X. And that was me fast traveling whenever I could. Mm-hmm. So, and not doing any of the extra stuff. Like, there's extra bucket list stuff, and there's like extra collectibles to drive around and find all over the countryside. So. It's fantastic. For free, it's fantastic. For $10, it's still pretty good. And the only thing I will say though is that I've never played the 360 version of Forza Horizon 2, and it's got some technical issues. The main one I've noticed, and I think it just has to do with update speed. Like when if I'm in a car that's going really fast, eventually the ground just disappears.
That seems
collision's still there, but the ground disappears. It takes a while to get back, so I think it's just having trouble loading things when you're moving really, really quickly. But I'm talking like 210 miles per hour in the game, so there aren't many cars that do that. But again, like I said last week, I love how it plays into the storyline of the movie. It's basically a little pre-show for the film, which is great because you're basically collecting the cars that they use on their first mission in the movie. So I love it. Yeah. And the movie was great. by the way.
I look forward to seeing it at some point.
Yep.
Now that I have the box set.
And it made me cry at the end.
Because of Paul Walker?
Yeah, it was a very nice tribute to Paul Walker at the end of the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right.
I think that was really it outside of Bloodborne.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to do some tweets?
Let's tweet it up.
Tweet it up. All right. Hacker alias Evanom says, not sure how you feel about it, but does playing Bloodborne make you want to go back or play any game you never gave a chance? It actually makes me kind of interested in Dark Souls 2, which just came out on the Xbox One and PS4. But I don't know that I'll... I need to get a little further into Bloodborne before I can do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not really for me.
Yeah, it's nothing I can think of.
By the way, speaking of Bloodborne, how do you feel about the way it was reviewed? And by that I mean given to reviewers who already liked these Souls games.
It's why I enjoy multiple person reviews. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I really don't think there's anything wrong with giving it to people who enjoy that type of game. I mean, we did that at EGM all the time.
We did.
You didn't give Madden to CJ.
Right.
Correct. You don't.
So, you know, I mean...
But I think with this game, you have an interesting opportunity to give it to somebody who's never played that type of game or who doesn't like that type of game, just and see what they think of it. Just because, I don't know, I feel that the setting and the faster action set it apart a little bit. And
that's the reason I want a Souls player to play it.
I guess.
Because it is different. Right? So, I mean, you can make reasons for all of it.
You could do both.
Yeah.
Have two people review it.
Yeah, or I mean, you know, you have an interesting article or video of someone who's never played a Souls game playing.
There you go. Exactly.
Yep.
All right. Hacker alias Docky says, "Have you ever restarted a game because you were unhappy with your custom character? I restarted Animal Crossing to get a different face."
You know what? I don't think I have, but I have gone online, like for example Animal Crossing, and used a little cheat guide to answer the questions in such a way that I would get the face I wanted.
Ah, yes.
So
yes.
So no, but still kind of sort of yeah.
I think I've done the same thing, Phil.
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't you, for crying out loud?
But I have never restarted a game because I was unhappy with my custom character. I can't think of a...
No, I think maybe I might have done that with like a Phantasy Star Online or something.
All right, Hacker alias Zeke Filmmaker says, remasters is going from 720p to 1080p, worth $40 or $50. Not for me. My PS3 Last of Us and God of War 3 are just fine. And yeah, this kind of blew up in the last couple of weeks after Sony announced that God of War 3 remaster. That, you know, aren't we going a little overboard? a lot of dislike for that announcement on the internet.
Right.
I love that you have the option. I mean, you know, it didn't bother me that they did a remaster of Last of Us. I never bought it because it was less than a year old at that point, and I wasn't interested in playing it again. But, I mean, having just gone back, as an example, and played the 360 version of Forza Horizon 2, there's a noticeable difference in the visuals.
Sure.
You know, it is there. Is it worth $40 or $50? I think that depends on who you are. But I don't know. I'm not angry that they're doing it. You're not obligated to buy it.
Well, and then The Last of Us, they sort of turned that into a system pack-in fairly quickly.
And I mean, if you're one of those people who doesn't want to keep a bunch of old consoles around, but you still want to own a copy of The Last of Us or God of War 3, you can still do that.
And they're doing that Dark Souls 2 remake thing, and I'm into that. Maybe after finishing Bloodborne. So sure, why not? To me, it doesn't take anything away from the other games that we're getting. If anything, it just adds to the library for people who are jumping in for the first time. Maybe people missed the last generation and want to get some of the best games from it. So
the only real bummer I find there is that, boy, it sure would be nice if these two consoles were backwards compatible.
Yeah. Sure.
That kind of sucks. But who knows what kind of cost that would have actually added to the systems.
Yeah. All right, Hacker Alias Robo Talbot says, did you guys listen to Kevin Larrabee's not-so-brief message about the future of Back in My Play? Bummer we won't get any new shows anytime soon.
I did, and it is a bummer. Although, can't blame the guy. If he's not feeling the passion, he's not feeling the passion.
Sure, yeah, and I totally get that.
Yeah, better than forcing it, for sure.
Yeah,
exactly.
Totally.
I mean, there have been a couple episodes of the Player One podcast where we forced it, and you see how that turns out.
We all know how that went.
Yeah.
Well, it's like you said in that little 20-minute brief message too. I mean, he's got a lot going on. Like the amount of travel he mentioned. That he's doing.
That's
unbelievable.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So all over the world, for crying out loud.
Yeah, but he'll come back. We'll keep bugging him until he comes back.
Oh, for sure.
Exactly.
Between us and he's going to Tokyo, or I think he's going to Tokyo. He's going to Japan anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And the 8-4 guys will be there, and they'll get him going on games again. Then when he gets back, we'll bombard him on this side of the planet, and
he'll walk by a Sega arcade or himself in Akihabara, and
Well, I'm sending him out to find me some old Sega hardware, so that'll do it.
For the show?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Very nice.
All right. Let's do some more tweets here. This one from Hacker Alias DM Logic, who says, I use my PS3 as my main device to stream content, Netflix and Hulu, because of the excellent remote made by Sony. Is anyone else out there frustrated that Sony has not manufactured a nice media remote for PS4?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
That would really be great.
That's my new folders on the Wii U.
A remote for the PS4.
Yeah.
What about media streaming? Has either system really done that yet?
What do you mean? Like off a hard drive?
Yeah.
Like a server? Yeah.
Off a server? Really? Okay.
I think Plex just came out on PS4 not too long ago, and that does.
Oh, and it is on Xbox One. I haven't tried that yet.
So.
I'm gonna need to try that.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can. Hacker Alias Does Machines says, are you guys interested in the 2D Assassin's Creed games? I'm interested in Assassin's Creed not developed by Ubisoft. So for this, I actually didn't know. So they have these like Assassin's Creed Chronicles tweets and like Facebook posts, and I was like, what the hell is this? Like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
I clicked through to the website, and they start playing this video that doesn't show any gameplay. I have no idea like what it was until I did a Google search before the show and found an IGN video where they do some some gameplay, and it looks interesting. It's like what is it, a Shadow Complex or a side-scrolling Prince of Persia type thing with the Assassin's Creed world. Yeah, it looks really interesting actually.
So who's developing it?
I don't know. Ubisoft is publishing.
So. Might be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
Sure.
Why not?
All right. Maybe we should end with this one.
Okay.
What do you think about that? What is your all-time favorite local co-op game?
Streets of Rage 2.
I'm gonna say Toe Jam and Earl.
Oh, Toe Jam and Earl. That's a really good one.
That's a really fun local.
That is a good one. I'm gonna say Mario Kart.
very good as well.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 64 for me on that series.
I'd actually probably go with 64 as well. I know it's not the best Mario Kart game,
but multiplayer, oh my god.
But boy, yeah, I have a blast with that multiplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Mario Kart 64. Yeah.
Greg, did you have something different, or were you green?
No, I said Streets Rage 2.
Oh, Streets Rage 2.
Early on.
Yeah.
I was all ready with an answer, baby.
Sorry, I've stopped listening to everything you were saying.
Oh. No. No.
All right, is that it? I think that might be it.
Sure.
Let's wrap it up.
Okay.
All right, that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1Podcast on the Twitter, or you can go to our internet website at player1podcast.com. There you'll find our contact information, blog entries, mostly about Sega CD stuff from Mr. Greg Seward.
Got to do another one of those soon.
Cool. Generation 16 episodes usually pop up there too.
Yeah, all of the footage for episode 16 was captured as of today.
Ooh,
and the script is mostly written. So hopefully I will be doing some video editing starting next week.
Groovy.
Cool. And you'll find a message board where you can discuss this very episode with us and other listeners.
If you'd like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by going to the iTunes Music Store. While you're at the iTunes Music Store, you can also invest $1.99.
Cheap.
To pick up the Player One Podcast iPhone application. Gives you one-touch communication with us via the emails and Twitters and the what have you. We also have all of our episodes ready to stream right to your listening device. And hey, Android cell phone telephone users, the Player One Podcast iPhone application is available for you the rest as well for that same $1.99.
Also quite cheap.
It's right over there at the Amazon Android Marketplace. You can also listen to us on Stitcher. You can like us on Facebook. You can join a Steam group. You can head over to youtube.com/P1Podcast and check out an archive of our video performances that we do for you each and every week. You can also watch us live most weeks on the YouTubes. Please follow our Twitter account to find out when we will be broadcasting our next live show. And of course, we love your Patreon dollars. The more the merrier, we say. Give us your money. You owe us. No, that's rude.
That is rude.
But if you do want to support your fourth or fifth favorite podcast, you can do so by visiting patreon.com/P1Podcast. And if you want to help support the third or fourth best video game history web series, you can do so. There you go. Greg's giving that thumbs up. If you want to support Greg Stewart's fabulous Generation 16, go over to generation-16.com, and there is links to Greg's Patreon page as well.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
What do you think about that?
I like
CJ?
it. Yeah?
Thank you, sir.
Sure. Anytime.
Let's do it again in 3 hours.
Okay. I'll be up.
Cool. You said anytime. Gregory.
Yo.
Thank you.
Thank you, Phil. Hey, listen, I got one more thing to plug.
What's that?
It's that time of year again. And by which I mean I start begging for money for Extra Life. But the reason I'm bringing it up so early this year is because the Extra Life Halifax Guild has actually launched. One of the guild cities now, which is very cool. We had our first meeting this week, but I just wanted to say that we are on Facebook, so look us up, Extra Life Halifax, especially if you're in the Maritimes and want to support the IWK, that would be great. But even if you're not, look us up, because then you can find our Extra Life pages and give money to sick kids. Also, we are on Twitter at Extra Life HFX, so please join, please follow.
Nice.
It would be very nice, very helpful.
Very good.
Cool. So there you go.
And also,
what?
Are you going to say thanks to, or not so special thanks to Mike Phillips, who didn't make it.
Well, I was gonna say hi to him.
Well, I mean, he's got his arm stuck in that vending machine.
That's right.
Yeah.
So,
we miss you, Mike.
Coke.
I think it's 2 vending machines now. The situation has worsened.
He was looking a little thin, so it's cracked.
Yeah. Yes. So one day Mike will come back.
Yes.
We miss you, Mike.
I have faith. So next week?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Next week? Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.